my beauties of upper primary, and we are here on a new week, a shorter week because we had Labour Day off. Woo-hoo. And we are ready to get back to step in time to our Mary Poppins extravaganza. That was terrible, I'm sorry. So before we go any further, we're going to do our warm-up. Make sure long hair's back, comfy clothes are on, lots of space and water nearby. Let's get warm, team. Let's start with our first movements to help with our vocal warm-up. So we're going to move our body first. And I know you're thinking, that's not a vocal warm-up, but it just loosens the body because we need to involve all the body when we sing. So let's start with some gentle shoulder rolls back. We'll do a proper dance warm-up in a moment too as well. And some shoulder rolls forward. Very nice. And we will just swing our head from side to wake the neck up, because of course this is where all our vocal cords are, all the way around and the other way. And hopefully you have your feet planted on the ground and they're nice and solid to help us stay grounded when we sing, but we need to loosen the knees up a little bit, so we'll just bend and stretch the knees. Lovely jubbly. All right, so now we're going to think about the mouth and how we're going to warm that up. And we're going to start with a big fake yawn that leads into a sigh. So let me show you first. It's going to go. So we're opening the mouth as big as we can, and I'm sure grown-ups have told you, put your hand over your mouth when you yawn. But we're not really yawning, are we? We're doing like a fake yawn to warm ourselves up, so don't even worry about it. Ready? So join me with this yawn. We go. And into a nice smiley sigh. Try that one more time. Now we're ready to start making some sounds. Scales are when we go up and down in pitch to stretch the notes that we can sing and how high and low we can sing. So we have a little piano on the screen here that's going to show us which notes it's playing, and you will be able to see it going up and down. So to get us started, let's just try with a la first before we make it any more complicated. Let's have a listen. La 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 la. Get the idea? Okay, so my feet were nice and grounded as we talked about in the warm-up. We're breathing from down in our tummies. Try not to raise those shoulders. Big breath from the tummy. You can almost, if you want to put your hands here, you should feel your ribs expanding and getting bigger as you take that nice big breath from down here. And we're opening our mouth because we've practiced our yawns and our sighs, and that's what will help to get those notes. Okay, so we've tried some la's. Let's try 1, 2, 5. So it goes up and back down. So you're going to have to count forwards and backwards. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, up and back down. When you can see the yellow going up, that's when we're going up in the numbers. Back down when it goes back down. Let's have a try. We'll keep it there so we keep singing higher. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's getting higher. Can you feel it? I'm going to make it more complicated. Let's try this time letters. So have a little think to yourself, what are the first 5 letters in the alphabet? How far are we going to need to go here? Do you get it? A, B, C, D, E. So we're going to go up to E, and then we're going to have to do the alphabet backwards. A, B, C, D, E, D, C, B, A. Should we give it a try? And it's going higher as well. Mrs. Bates, what are you doing? Let's have a try. A, B, C, D, E, D, C, B, A. A, B, C, D, One more. A, B, C, D, E, D, C, B, A. Lovely. Well done, everyone. Good for the brain and the voice. All right, let's get warm. We'll start with a couple of big deep breaths in, so feet out to a jazz second, nice and grounded.
And every task you undertake, a piece of cake.
Let's give it another one.
A spree, it's very clear to see.
All right, we're going to start with a step tap. Side to side. Nice and light, swinging arms. Let's get the arms higher. All right, let's do a little run. Pretend you're whistling. Okay, two to the side. On to the side. We're going to do open, 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 in, jump, clap, clap. Try it again. 2 and 2. Out, out, in. Jump, clap, clap. One more. Out, out, in. We're going to run. Good. And shoulders. Take them back and forward. Alright, let's get the arm nice and wide. Other way, forward. Let's do our heads quick. So side, 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 side. Up, up, down, down, and circle. Woo. We're going to try this little sequence again. Out, out, in, jump, clap, clap. And again, 2 and 2. Out, out, in, jump, clap, clap. Once more, but no claps. Out, out, in, run. Step down. Nice and light. We'll get those arms involved. Here we go. Nice and strong. Run forward for me, 8. Kick your bum. And back, lift up. Bam, 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 bam. You did it. This one is to help us with our coordination, with line learning, with moving different parts of the body, with rhythm, and the most important of all, how to look as silly as possible. So follow along with me. The words are on the board. So I'll just talk you through it once. It says, hi, my name's Joe and I work in a button factory. I've got a wife and 3 kids. And one day my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your right hand, and then we go again. And we add left hand, right foot, left foot, head and tongue. Okay, are you ready to try this with me? Here we go. It goes straight through, all these ones. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, my name's Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a wife and 3 kids. And one day my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your right hand. Hi, my name's Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a wife and 3 kids. And one day my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your left hand. Hi, my name's Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a wife and 3 kids. And one day my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your right foot. Hi, my name's Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a wife and 3 kids. And one day my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your left foot. Hi, my name's Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a wife and 3 kids. And one day my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your head. Hi, my name's Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a wife and 3 kids. And one day my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, no. He said, push this button with your tongue. Hi, my name's Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a wife and 3 kids. And one day my boss said to me, he said, Joe, are you busy? I said, yes. Hope you enjoyed enjoyed that one? Alright team, so let's start with our singing lesson for today, and we are going to look at our fabulous supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I've heard some of you singing it to me as I wander the halls of school, which is fabulous. So we have got our chorus, supercalifragilistic as Mary. Then we've got our I'm the lie, which you could choose to be Mary or Bert. To be honest, it's that fast, I don't think anybody was putting an accent on. We were just trying to breathe, weren't we? And not collapse. And then we've got, we travel all around the world. No, that's the second verse, I've just learned it. Me father gave me nose a tweak and tell me I was bad. That one. Got in trouble off mother this weekend. She went, why are you saying you don't know who sings it? Of course it's Bert that sings the first verse. She's right, mother knows best. It is Bert that sings the first verse. I thought it was another guy, that's later in the song. So it is Bert, right? So that one, my father gave me an hour so he can tell me I was bad. Blah, 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 blah. The greatest word you ever heard, and this is how it goes, which is what we did Thursday. And now we looked briefly at the chorus, which gets quicker. And then we've got a key change in the diddle diddles. So let's sing what we've got so far before we look at that key change. Ooh, ready? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm the little lie, I'm the little lie, I'm the little lie, I'm the little lie. Cause I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose a tweak and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word that saved me aching nose. The biggest word you've ever heard, and this is how it goes. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Just listen. Did you hear that? Do 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 do. It changes the key after the second one. Not only are they challenging us with zippy fast, but we need to go high as well. Woo! Great song choice, Mrs. Bates. What are you trying to do, eh? So, I'm the little, I'm the lie, I'm the little, I'm the lie, I'm the little, I'm the lie, I'm the little, I'm the lie. It goes up after the second one. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to be Mary or Bert. Don't forget to go up. All right? Let's just listen to that one a little bit. Did you see the chorus went much faster as well? Let's go back to the chorus. La, 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 la. And this is how it goes. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm the little, I'm the lie, I'm the little, I'm the lie, I'm the little, I'm the lie, I'm the little, I'm the lie. Got it? It goes up. Deep breaths. Right. So, did you get that? That's fine, isn't it? It just speeds up. Did you notice the speed up is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Da-da-da-da. It's there, isn't it? It's after the first alliocious. Right. So, moving on, our next verse is Miss Mary. So it's exactly the same tune as what Bert sings, but of course we need to change our accent. I do believe as well that Mary does quite a lot of talky parts through this. So instead of, he travelled all around the world and everywhere he went, which is of course the tune, I think she goes, he travelled all around the world and everywhere he went. I think she talks the first bit. I'm going to leave that completely up to you. You are your own Mary and Berts. So when we get this finished and you film yourselves and send it back to me, it's completely your choice how you perform it. Not every single Mary Poppins that's played that in the show, the theatre show, would do it the same as Julie Andrews in the movie. So don't worry, okay? So I'm going to do the talky bit. He travelled all around the world and everywhere he went. Sing that bit. And then the next tune. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-la-la-la-la-la. Same as before. Get the words up and work out what it is. Oh. Oh yeah, that's okay. He'd use his word and all would say, there goes a clever gent. She talks, there goes a clever gent again as well, right? So he travelled all around the world and everywhere he went, he'd use his word and all would say, there goes a clever gent. Yeah? Oh dear, that sounds so silly. He travelled all around the world and everywhere he went, he'd use his word and all would say, there goes a clever gent. Okay, but same, if you want to do the same as Bert, he travelled all around the world and everywhere he went, he'd use his special word and say, there goes a clever gent. He'd use his word and all would say, there goes a clever gent. You can do the singing if you want to. Okay, let's just get that bit to C, because we can see there's a bit of blue coming in. So Bert kicks back in. So this verse is even more challenging because now we have to go between the two accents even faster. Let's go back. Let's go from the chorus actually. What time am I on? We might only get that far actually today before we go into Bert's part. So let's go from the chorus up to our new bit and then we'll try it all from the beginning. Alright? Let's give it a whirl. Wait a minute. And this is how it goes. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm the little lie. I'm the little lie. I'm the little lie. I'm the little lie. He travelled all around the world, everywhere he went. He'd use his word and all would say, there goes a clever gent. Yes? And then we become Bert. When Dukes and Maharajas pass the time of day with me. La 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 la. Same as before, but we'll do that next time. Alright, let's add that on from the beginning, people. The more we practice it, the more in tune we get, the more we get used to our breathing, and of course these accents. Ready? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm the little lumpy lie. 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 Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose a tweet and told me I was bad. But then one day I heard a word that sang me aching nose. The biggest word you've ever heard, and this is how it goes. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm the little lumpy lie. 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 He travelled all around the world, and everywhere he went, he'd use his word and all would say, there goes a clever gent. Got it? And as if that isn't bad enough, we're about to attempt to dance step in time. Whoop, whoop. At least the Fitbit will be happy though, won't it? All this breathing, and it's exhausting. Well done, everyone. We'll finish that verse on Thursday. Let's dance. Hello, I'm miles away, which can only mean one thing. It's time for stepping time, la 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 la. So let's see what we remember and we will move on to D. So, we move for 3. Then we have the 2 padishahs. Bam, 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 bam. Then we call our other chimney sweep friends over. Da, 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 da. And then we have the complicated bit, which is knees, arm, pull, straight, straight, step in time. Knees, arm, pull, straight, straight, forward we come when the singing starts. Walk and walk, walk and heel, walk and walk, walk and tap. Da 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 da, ba 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 ba. Bend and stretch, and bend and stretch. 4 walks aside. Cross turn, kick your knees up, kick your knees up, step in time, kick your knees up, step in time. And we are at taps, never need a reason, never need a rhyme. 2 kicks, kick your knees up, step in time. To the side, then we've got like 3 kind of, and a tap. Then it was the tricky bit that we started. Last week, round the chimney. Step, turn, gallop 4 times. Round the chimney, step in time. Round the chimney, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Round the chimney, step in time. And that is as far as we got. I think we had a mini discussion about just having a minute after that, because the turning and the galloping is insane. But let's try with the music, see how we're feeling, and then we can add some more. All right, team? Let's give this a whirl. It's only Jimmy 2. Bert, give us a minute. Right, try that again. Here we go.
Stepping time, come on, mighty stepping time.
Please. Step in time. 4. Tap those feet. Down and up. 4 more. Ah. Tap. Ready to turn? Yes? Woo, got it? Crikey. Oh, and we learned that, didn't we? When we are having a bad moment with the old dizziness. Okay, people, let's add on. Hopefully you remember all that. So the plan was the last round the chimney. We ended up in the middle, yes? Do you know what I think we should do? Let's not pretend this is something it isn't. We're dizzy. Give ourselves a minute, but let's act out being dizzy. So we'll just go burden, burden. Like there's like 4 counts. There's no point adding anything in complicated. Gives us a moment to breathe. If you just want the moment to breathe, then just have the moment to breathe. I don't care. It's fine. I'm sure it'll look fabulous, whatever you do. I will do burden, burden. That will move us back into the center of the space a little bit. Give us a second to breathe and focus and get our eye line correct for the next bit, which is flap like a birdie. Okay? So, 4 counts to be dizzy, and then I'll say flap like a birdie, right? And we're going to flap like a birdie. So the arms, we're back up here. So we've got mini wings, and the arms go flap like a birdie, so 2 like chicken wings. And then we take our arms up, and look how they're bent at the wrist, if you can see, I hope they're in the shot. And down, yeah? Flap like a birdie, step in time. Flap like a birdie, step in time. So that happens twice. Now we move forward and back, which is kind of like the very first step in time, step in time. We've just changed the arms, all right? So we've got coming forward first. Yeah, let's come forward first. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Then we're going to go backwards. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Yes? So step in time, up and down. Obviously it's loads faster. Let's try a bit quicker. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Yes? Bit quicker again. 5, 6, 7, and flap like a birdie, step in time. Flap like a birdie, step in time. It's probably about that quick. And then we've got never need a reason, never need a rhyme, which we go back to our original motif of never need a reason, never need a rhyme. And then on the video, because we're trying to copy the original choreo as much as possible, they do like little birdie tweets with their hands. Flap like a birdie in time. And we can just do 4 to bring us center stage. Flap like a birdie in time. And the fingers close in on the thumb and the same count as the step. Flap like a birdie in time. Okay? Let's think about a whole new section. So we've just gone, never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Ba-ba-da-da-da, step in time. Dizzy, dizzy. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Flap like a birdie in time. And that is us for today by the time we add that on. Let's try that a little bit quicker from the dizzy bit. Ready? And dizzy 2, 3, and flap like a birdie, step in time. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Flap like a birdie in time. And you can almost stomp that down. Don't forget our chimney sweep characters will probably have quite heavy boots on. It's not a delicate lady ballet dance. It's a stompy, yeah? Bend their knees, get low into the ground. Okay. Shall we be brave? Let's try that with the music, adding it on. All right, team? From the Tibbity, let's see how it goes. Woo, get ready to sweat. Here we go.
Stepping time, come on, mighty stepping time.
Knees, arm, pull, legs, and stepping time. Whoa. Tap down, forwards. And 2 kicks. Ready for turns. Dizzy. And back. 4. Yes. Oh my goodness, is it just me or does that feel awesome? That's a cool dance, isn't it? I didn't make it up, so I'm not like praising myself. I've got a lot of it off the original video. I'm tempted to do one more time because it's hard and we're getting this new bit right. We'll try one more time, but look, we've got time to do it once more. Let's give this a whirl, team. Here we go. Here we go.
Stepping time, come on, mighty stepping time.
Step in time. Forward go. Tap those toes. Forward. Pick your knees up. To the front. 2 more. To the side. Arm shimmy. Dizzy. And back. Yes. Woo! 45 seconds in, people, and I need to lie down already. Well done. Hope you enjoyed our new flop like a birdie section. Let's catch our breaths and then do some drama. All right, hopefully you all had a moment to breathe. I know I have, and a big drink of water before we move on to the drama section of our lesson today. Now, if you remember, last week we started to break down some of the characters and see how it would feel to maybe have your hair like them, find some costumes around the house, or even perhaps some props to help you become the character. And you could go and find a family member and have a conversation as Bert or as Mary to see how that would feel and if the hair and the makeup and the props would help you become the character that little bit more. And a prop, by the way, if I haven't mentioned, I can't remember, is a handheld item or something that's very easily movable that the character might use. So you might have the brush, the broom for your chimney sweep Bert. And we had some lovely pictures come in from Miss Catherine's, your sister, Charlotte. Charlotte Dane sent me a fabulous picture with her beautiful turned out toes and her umbrella encapsulating the perfect Mary Poppins pose. So well done for that, Charlotte. So today we are going to have a look at 2 new characters. I'll give you a little bit more information about them. Then it is for you to scavenge hunt around your house, see what you can find that makes you feel like one of those characters, and maybe go and trial having a conversation or doing something like that character. So this was Mary as a recap. We had a look at these bits and bobs about her, and then we moved on to our good friend Bert. Today, option number 1 is Ms. Jane Banks, which is of course one of the children that Mary comes to look after as their nanny. So she is very mischievous. I'm sure you will have no problems trying to act that out, team. She can, though, be kind, friendly and caring. So looking at the bigger picture, don't forget that they start this way, these children, but then Mary comes and teaches them a better way to live and a better way to be. And they maybe can be that towards the end. Depends where in the story you're going to act like Jane. Miss Mary Poppins in the movie, she measures them against the wall. I don't know if you do that with your parents, you know, and they draw a little line of how tall you get them. And she writes, this is a quote from the movie, what she writes about Jane: rather inclined to giggle, doesn't put things away. So a giggly girl and maybe a bit of a messy one, leaving stuff around. And she is 11 years old, so I'm hoping you can relate to this character quite well, as you are a similar age, if not the same age. So that would be your first choice. Clothing wise, we know they're a family. I think the dad's a banker. They've got, you know, they're quite wealthy, so they are put together quite neatly. You know, her hair's very neat. You might have like quite a cute, very girly outfits, I feel like Jane wears. But she has got that cheeky little smile where maybe she's going to be a little bit mischievous any moment now. So you can have a try being Jane. If you are going to go for the don't put things away thing, maybe you might want to explain to parents first that what you're doing, mess things up a bit, and then tidy it up after. Just come out of the Jane character and tidy it away after people. Don't want no emails of parents saying they've messed up my house being Jane Banks. Don't do that. Your second choice is, of course, Jane's little brother, Michael. Look at his little cute face. But, quote from Mary, he is extremely stubborn and suspicious. So stubborn is he likes his own way, he digs his feet in if he doesn't get what he wants kind of thing. He's like sticking to his plan and that's what he likes. And suspicious. Like maybe he's like a little bit like not sure what people are doing, doesn't take people at first face value, asks a lot of questions, doesn't trust people straight away possibly. He possesses a naughty streak which has caused none less than 6 nannies to resign, so to quit in 4 months. So a little bit of a naughty streak. Do not be fooled by the smile, people. He's 9 years old, so he's a little bit younger than Jane. He's friendly and playful. He likes pranks. I'm not going to go and tell you to play a prank on somebody in your house. Just don't upset anyone, is all I'm going to say, people. Be sensible. Adores his father and tries to be like him. That's quite an interesting one. Maybe you want to go and do like a little case study on your own father, and how can you be more like your father? So even though he's 9, does he try to say things that are older than his years? Does he try to like have like an older person posture? That's quite an interesting point that you might want to go for. Okay, so your options today, team, choose to be Jane or Michael. Try and dress like them, or you can style your hair. So we can see Michael's got a rather extreme side parting, if you want to go for a bit of a wild brush of the hair. And he's got like a cute little dressing gown on here. You can Google image, of course, if you want to find some more pictures. Just like Jane, pretty well put together, well dressed, has nice smart clothing. But of course, I don't know how long it stays clean and smart and tucked in if he is having a bit of a naughty streak and playing pranks. That is up to you. If you want to send me any videos or photos, of course, I always like to have a look. Good luck, team. Off you go. Pause the video now and then come back for our cool down. Excellent work today, Upper Primary, on our Mary Poppins extravaganza. It is now, of course, sadly, the end of our lesson. Well done for getting in from school and joining me. That's excellent that you're doing that. Thank you so much. It's just no fun without you, so you're kind of going to have to come and join me every day. Well, twice a week. So let's cool down with our old Feed the Birds tune. So we will start with our feet together and take a nice deep breath in. And let it all go. And again, breathe in. And we'll take this all the way down to the floor, trying not to bend the knees, and see how close we can get to touching the floor. To do our fingers a favour, let's bend them knees to see if we can get a bit further down. And as we straighten the legs, can you leave the hands there? Let's try that one more time. Bend the knees. And let's stretch. bring this down to sitting today. We will start with our frog, which is of course the soles of the feet together, the knees flop out. We think about pulling ourselves up with our piece of string at the top of our head and stretching over. You can sway from side to side and sing with Mary if you want to. Alright, coming back up, let's stretch one leg in front and think again of that piece of string up and over the one leg.
That's what she cries while overhead.
Alright, let's bring it up and swap our legs. Other legs straight out in front. Piece of string up and over.
The saints look down as she sails her way.
Okay, and we'll take the legs out to second. Just as a recap, that is your legs are stretched out as far out as they can go, but the knees must remain up to the ceiling and we keep our legs straight. We think about coming forward onto our sitting bones so we're not caving in. If you are caving in, you might need to bring your legs slightly further in. And we think about that piece of string on the top of our head. We take one arm up and we go over into our side stretch. Alright, let's go the other way, team. Take that arm up. Think of reaching up and over. Lovely. Okay, this time we're going to turn our shoulders and chest so that we're facing the leg. This time this is a different kind of stretch. Our last one was on the side. This one's going to go over on the leg rather. So lean and see if you can reach that foot. I don't know if anyone else has lost a bit of flexibility over the summer. We were getting really bendy, weren't we, towards the end then? But we need to keep practicing, don't we, to get it back. It's not, all is not lost to you, I promise. Let's stretch to the other side. Perfect, let's pancake, hands out in front. See if you can get your tummy to the floor. I guarantee I won't today, but we'll get there again, once again. So just breathe into that stretch. Oh, and bring it back in. Let's shake those legs in and give them a little bit of relief. And we'll come up to standing, so bring yourself onto your knees. Tuck those toes under, and we are going to do our stretch leg again, seeing if we can keep our hands on the floor. Off you go. Is that any easier this time? And take the feet out to second and have that stretch over. I'm just going to put that song on again. Right, that'll do. Stretching over. And slowly roll up, thinking about every vertebrae stacking one on top of the other. Okay, we'll try a couple of standing stretches. So we're going to do our quad stretch. This is our quad here, the front of our thigh. We will grab the foot with our hand and put our heel to our bottom, keeping our knees together. You might want to find a wall to lean on for this, or you can put your arm out to the side to help with your balance. Woo! Lovely, let's go on the other side. Check that heels to that bottom and the knees are together. All right, let's take an arm across the chest and hook it in. And we'll go on the other side. And our final stretch of the day, arm up to the ceiling, flop at the elbow, catch it and pull it. Lovely, okay, other side, arm up. Flop at the elbow, catch it and pull it. It's such a calming song, isn't it, after all that craziness? Okay, so let's end with our beautiful breaths. Deep breath in. And again, deep breath in. Let it all out. And we take our final breath in. Bring our hands to our heart space. And we say, well done for all of your hard work today in upper primary. See you next time.